Hi friends, this is Kristen from the Pros and Cons team, and today I'm really excited to talk to you about the pros and cons of owning chickens. So growing up, we had a lot of chickens. I think we got rid of them when I was probably in like the 8th grade. So most of my childhood, like I don't remember not having chickens. But to start off with some of the pros, it's really nice. You can have fresh meat and fresh eggs, and you don't have to worry about going to the store and getting them. Another thing that is a pro is it teaches kids responsibility. So that's the main reason why my parents got them, is they wanted us to have a responsibility to take care of these chickens, and it was a lot of work. So we would have an irrigation hose that we'd use during the summer, but during the winter we'd need to fill up these 5-gallon buckets and go carry them out to the chicken coop. And it was a long walk and it was hard, but it was like the responsibility. We would get on our snow pants and go trudge through the snow with our 5-gallon buckets, and it really taught a lot of good life lessons. Another great thing is chickens can be fun pets for kids. I had some chickens that I absolutely loved. Definitely had some that I hated, but I had some that I absolutely loved. And it was really great to have that as a pet, those chickens. Another great thing is they create amazing fertilizer. So we knocked down the chicken coops after we got rid of our chickens, and we turned that into our garden area. And that next year, oh my gosh, we had the best garden. Our corn was so high. I remember going to the state fair and being like, dang it, we should have entered our corn, because we probably would have taken first place. Like, it was insane how big the corn got because of all the fertilizer. So that is another pro of having chickens, is you get a very fertilized yard. Okay, moving on to the cons. Grain can be expensive for chickens. That was actually one of the main reasons why my parents got rid of the chickens, is it was getting super expensive to pay for grain, and it wasn't worth the eggs that we were getting. So they decided that we needed to be done because of the cost of grain. So that is a con. Another thing is chickens can be mean. I got attacked, I got pecked, I was like, oh, and they're kind of mean to each other. That was something that is hard to watch, as they peck each other, and there's like, you don't see that when you're looking at chickens. They just are like, just mean to each other. Also, they are a prey, and we did have a raccoon that got into the chickens. They would roam outside, and there was, when I was in probably 5 or 6, a lot of our chickens died because this raccoon kept getting the chickens before we caught it. And it was really sad for a little girl, because I'd go outside, and I remember the raccoon killed my favorite chicken, and I cried. My dad was so sweet, and he like hugged me as I was like sobbing, because I was a little girl, and to see my favorite chicken be killed was kind of hard. So that is a con to that. Another con is they can hide their eggs if they're not in the coop, where we had it like they could go into a coop, but they were more free range. And so that you can find eggs probably weeks later, so you always have to make sure your eggs are not going bad, and stuff like that. That is another con to having chickens. So these are some of the pros and cons that I've thought of, and there are additional pros and cons that you can find about owning chickens, linked in the description below. You can click the link and learn more. And if there are other pros and cons that you would like to add, please leave them in the comments below. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.